something. Yeah? So normally what we have in colour is, when we start lifting in colour, we have undertones. These are the tones that come out of the hair as you lift it. I think I have one. Okay, so when we lift 4 to 5 to 6, the undertone, the colour that comes out is before orange. Red. Yeah? And then we get red orange, and then we get orange, and then we get orange yellow, and then we get yellow, and then we get lighter yellow. Yeah? So these are all the undertones that we have when colour is lifting, pigmentation, melanin. When it starts to lift, these are the tones that we have. So if we liked the tone that we got to, because the customer wants it more warm rather than cool, we enhance. We make it more attractive. If we don't like it, we neutralise. Yeah? And how you neutralise is, everybody knows the colour wheel, right? Yeah? So the colour wheel, what are the 3 primary colours? Red, blue and yellow, okay? So when we've got red, blue and yellow, what have we got in between? Red and blue makes... Red and blue make... There you go. Violet, yeah? So green and blue, blue and yellow. Green. Red and yellow. Okay. So in the colour wheel, those colours sit opposite each other. Yeah? So opposite the green, we have red. Because green will neutralise red. Opposite purple, we have yellow. Because purple will neutralise yellow. And opposite orange, blue. Yeah, right? So those tones are going to neutralise or remove the opposite one. Yeah? So when we're looking at tones for a toner or a hair colour, those golds, silver, yellow, purple become numbers. Yeah? 1 is blue, 3 is gold, 4 is copper. Yeah? So we are neutralising them. If we look at this slide here, would we say that everything on that slide looks the same? Does every hair, colour and style look the same? No? Yeah? Why doesn't it look the same?
Different colors.
There is. There's different tones and colours. Yes. What else? What else is very different?
The highlights.
Technique. Technique. Yeah? So if we look at the first one here, what's that? Balayage? We can agree it's a balayage? Okay. What is the next one? If you were saying.
Bleaching.
A lot of baby highlights, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then the next one?
Light ash. Light.
The one with the braid in the middle, the fish braid.
Light. Ano tawagan natin?
Here.
Low lights. Low light? Highlights but low lights. Diba low lights na? Highlights pero low lights. Low lights. Highlights but...
It's a low light?
Yeah, low lights.
It's a low light, right? Okay. That one there?
Balayage.
Palayat siya, but ano, dagko nga
Ombre.
Madeleine. What's that, Madeleine?
Nandili na siya ombre.
katong ombre o sa baba. Nag-ubos after sa gray. Ombre.
Why is it ombre? Because it goes from dark to light, right? Yeah. You guys are having a bad day today with me. Years ago, you just used to do a full colour. Now it's global colour. It's trendy. So the global colour means that it goes from the roots to the ends. So if you were going to choose a bleach in your salon, would you have a bleach that you could put from the root to the ends? Yes. What would you use, if you don't mind me asking? What type of product would you use on the roots? A bleach, yes. What type?
This one.
What colours, what bleaches would you use on the scalp?
Diba diya, kana man natin bleaching.
No. Which type? Bleach. If you don't know, it's okay.
Diba type of bleaching? Diba kami? Type of bleaching.
What type of product can we put on the scalp? Or bleach, or bleach, or bleach.
Excuse me. على الفروة يعني انه تستخدموا نفس البليتش ولا عندكم برودكت سبيشال للفروة مثلا خاص للفروة. You have something special for the scalp, right? So not only the bleach powder you mean. There's the cream,
You
right?
put the all of,
This is what she means.
I mean,
هيدا اللي بتقول. يعني في كريم خاص للفروة تفتح لك لهيدا اللون توصلي
you put little serum.
Cream lagi, cream bleach. Naro sila cream.
Yun siya, ang akong nasabtan, kanang hindi makuha sa scalp.
Pero o ano?
Kanang like,
You can't use bleach on the scalp, right? Okay.
Unsa man na siya
So,
i-mix sa
i-mix
sa
sa
bleach.
We have one lady that says that you can't use bleach on the scalp. Okay? Now, when we look at our Lunex system, we have three powders.
Di ba na-gap?
Yeah? And one cream.
na siya cream, tara, palit na.
Powder is not designed to go onto the scalp at all. If somebody, it can, I'm not going to say that it does every time, but it can cause irritation. Powder's coarse, right?
Yes.
A bit more aggressive. So, Kemon has Ultra Cream.
Ultra cream.
And Ultra Cream is designed to go from the scalp
Ah.
to the ends. Yeah? This product is designed purposely for global colour.
Wala tala eh.
And you can use it with the peroxide as low as 3% 10 volume. And you'll still get it.
10 volume.
Okay?
واضح يا صبايا واضح كل شيء؟ It's clear؟ على الفرو أسهل فرو حتى لو طلعتي على عشان هي عم تحكي على الأجانب عرفتي كيف نحن العرب ممكن نحطه على الشيء
هذا نفسه هج أساسية هاتي in the
بالضبط بيمنع الحساسية بيعطيك جلوبال كلر 30 يوم
طيب.
اوكي سوري No, thank you.
Because for us,
إذا عندكم أي سؤال يا صبايا شباب بس قولوا عادي اوكي
it's not just Arabic, it's about pigmentation. If you look at pigmentation, how much of those pigment, melanin, how much do you have in your hair? Now, if you're dark, okay, you have more red. Yeah?
In the body.
So your underlying pigments are blue, lots of red, and a little bit of yellow. If you're theomenaline, light-haired, you're going to have lots of yellow, a little bit of red, and tiny little bit of blue. Because when we look at the molecules that we have in hair colour, okay, you understand that the molecules, the pigmentation, they have different sizes, right? So what happens is the blue molecule, the blue pigment, is the largest one. And because it's the largest one, it's the one that will come away more quickly. Like people used to have blue-black hair, but as soon as you washed it a few times, the blue pigment would fade away. Yeah? So blue pigment is the largest pigment, red pigment is the middle, and yellow pigment is tiny. Why do we have to have yellow in every pigment, every colour? Because yellow is like the anchor. If you don't have yellow in your pigmentation or your formula, the colour won't stay. Yellow is an anchor. Okay? So, with different hair colours, we have different underlying pigments. And that's why when you lift from a 3, you can see that the underlying pigment is red. Yeah? Blue will come out within the first session, but as soon as you put it on it's going to disappear. And then you've got red, because red is a medium molecule, it takes longer for it to remove. So red is always something that we see, and everybody will say, oh, because it's Indian, Arabic, or anything that has a natural dark, Filipino. Okay, it's because of that, it's because of the pigment type, it's the pigment size. When we've looked at the pigment size and we've clarified what the size of the pigment is, then you have to look at the texture. What is the density? What is the texture? And most Arabs have thick hair. Indians, you have thick hair also, right? So most people have to deal with pigmentation and then what the density of the hair is. Is it coarse? Is it coarse and frizzy? Is it just coarse? Is it coarse and curly? All of these things make a difference. Because some hair that is, do you have any afro hair? Some hair that is like an afro, when you look at it, you think it's super hard in structure, right? Completely the opposite. Because it's so tightly wound, it's the most fragile. So her hair is in this room, let me see before I say that. In this room, she will have the most fragile hair because of the coil. Yeah? So, oh, I'm sorry.
just a second. اي حدا مش فاهمان بس اذا بدي ترجم للعربي او شيء ما فهمه مش واضح بس يحكينا زهره موجوده
انا موجوده
تبعنا هي رح تترجم له اذا في اي شيء اوكي
No, it's fine. My voice is not high already.
Okay, so
I just هلا بس بدي اشرح لكم شو كانت عم بتقول مدام لاريشا انه الشعر الكيرلي هو نحن بنحسب انه هو اقوى شيء بالشعر او مقاوم اكثر شيء للثوره بس هو بالعكس هو اضعف شيء ليه؟
of course you have to use bleach, and then after the bleach you have to neutralize, and then you have to tone. So if you want to keep the level the same level, super easy. Just neutralize the red out. If you want to go deeper, darker, again, super easy. But if you want to lift it and neutralize, then you have to lift, neutralize, and tone.
Maybe little grains, huh?
Grey,
Little
Green.
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 If you want the same base color,
Yes.
the lady comes in and her hair is 5 red. Base 5, but it's really red tones.
Or
Okay.
7 and then little green.
Huh? A 7 and little green.
I mean, هذا شعر أحمر بعدين هذا hair is red and then the customer done the red then want the color of not too much light but didn't like the
If she wants to lighten it, you have to use bleach.
okay.
Colour doesn't lift colour. You have to use bleach. So if you're using bleach,
But the other customer didn't like the bleach. So
then you can do a bleach wash.
ah,
There's different ways of lifting it out without actually bleaching it. We've got this thing called bleach washing, which is a technique rather than a product. And you can choose whichever product you want. Any of our products that we have in Lunex, any of them can be used as a bleach washing service, which will remove the pigmentation.
okay.
Yeah? So there's ways that you can get around it without having to just go directly in with bleach. Okay? But if you want to go deeper in red to remove it, it's super easy. Super easy. It's just when you want to lift, then you have to think about neutralizing not only the red, but whatever's underneath. Yeah? Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Just to be clear, because when you're lifting, it's something different to when you're going down. Deposit colour is easy. To lift and remove tone and neutralise is more difficult. Yeah. When you do it more often, it becomes, you don't think about it. But we have to understand that what are we talking about, the levels that we want, and how are we going to get there? Okay? Now, like I just said to that young lady, we do what we call bleach washing or bleach bathing. In my country, it's called bleach. So this will remove pigmentation. And it's kind on the hair, it's not damaging, it's not going to ruin the hair or make it caravan or break it or anything. It's kind. And you can do it a few times and you can neutralize the tone. Yeah? So this is here just a description of the pigmentation I was telling you. The blue, the red and the yellow. This is what the sizes, I mean obviously not the actual sizes because that wouldn't go into the hair, but this is the sizes that we have. Won't have any problems. If you went in and did it with a 9% or a 12%, it's going to be a disaster.
Okay, so we put it on and we put it to 0. This product's a cream, yeah? Okay, so creams have generally got a different mixing ratio to powders. So let's, oh that's on 2, we don't want 2. 0. Okay. Oh, 47. Yeah, let's just do a little bit more then. 48, 49. You can just guarantee that it won't be 50. Oh, it is. Okay. Mixing ratio, and I'm going to use 3% 10 volume. Okay? Mixing ratio is 1 to 1. 1 is to 1. Oh, oh dear. Thank you. It's okay without bleach. It won't work. 47. $49. Ah, 50. Okay. So. Oops.
Once more.
Now, with all of the products that we have in the bleaching system, the Lunex system, we also have something called Restore. And it's a little bit like oil, okay? And it's something you add into the product to keep the hair strong, yeah? So if you had somebody's hair who's Karban and she still wants colour, mix in some of the Restore. Okay, so after mixing 1 to 1, the cream, this is the consistency. Okay? The consistency of this, because it should be global application, is not runny. Okay? We do not want it runny. Yeah? Okay. Making sure that everything, all of the bits are mixed in nicely, because it's horrible when you get a piece of powder or cream and it's stuck on the hair and it looks like it's dark there, and then the rest of the colour's really beautiful because you didn't mix it properly. Exactly. Okay, let me go get the next one. So that's the first one. Next is the ultra powder. Okay. Ultra powder. Always make sure that when you've put the powder in as much as you need, put the top back on to stop it being oxidized and expiring. Yeah? Careful, yeah. It's pretty.
Ultra pala yan. Ultra yun.
Okay, we can always mix some more later. So I've got 41 in there. Now, with the ultra and the clay and the decap, it's all either 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2. Yeah? 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2, depending on how you want to paint or what method or technique you're going to do. Okay, so
20.
no, who said 20?
6%.
6%, yeah.
20 volume.
20 volume, yeah. So 1.5, that was 62.
Okay. 1 is to 1.5.
Yes.
So we can apply 3 different.
I want you to apply 3 different ones, yes. This is the idea. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this is to 1 to 1.5. Okay? Now, for me, that would be a very good technique, and I don't need to add anything else in. Some of you that do highlights, you might think, well, this is a little bit too thick. Personal preference. But by making it 1 to 2, you don't make it stronger. You're diluting it. Yeah? As long as we're clear. I know some people say to me, can I mix 30 and 10 to make 20 volume? No, you cannot. Who said why?
It's become darker.
No. If you've got volume, right, you've got 20 volume, you've got 30 volume, and you wanted 20, and you've got a 10, right? If you add 30 and 10 together, what do you get?
20.
If you add
30 and 10.
30 and 10 makes
40.
40. So how do you take 30 and 10 and get 20? You can't. No. You can't. You've got two active ingredients. That is going to lift 10% to 10 volume, and that's going to lift to 30 volume. So if you mix the two together, you're getting like 37, 38. It's not going to work. The only way that you can reduce oxygen with the desalinated water, because hydrogen peroxide is oxygen, peroxide, and water. Yeah? So please don't put 30 and 10 together to do a root coverage of 20 volume and then wonder why the colour didn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, that's that one. I need a... Can somebody give me a bowl? Measure it up, because not only getting a good job on that day, but if you don't measure it, right, and then the next time the lady comes in, she said, I loved it, do it again exactly the same. You go, how do you know? How do you know you're going to get it exactly the same? It's very difficult. 1 to 1.
1 to 1.5.
No, this is the decaf. Yeah. All of the powders are either 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2. So we'll do this one 1 to 2. Don't suck it in. Oops. A little bit of powder there. It can either be 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2. I'm going to do this one 1 to 2 so you can see the difference. Yeah. Now, if you've got a pencil, write on what it is. Yeah, is it a 3%? So 3% is with the ultra cream.
3%, 6%.
6% is with the 6 ultra powder. Thank you. And now we've got 30 volume with the
Ultra. Decaf.
the blue powder decaf. Yeah. You can start in a minute. Hold on. So this is going to be 1 to 2, just so that you can see the difference. Yeah.
1 is to 2.
So you can see the difference in the consistency.
1 is to 1, 1 is to 1.5, 1 is to 2.
Absolutely. Yeah. Perfect. Now, make sure when you're using bleach, whether it's cream or powder, don't leave it sitting for too long. Mix it.
Can we apply this one
Yes,
here?
you can apply, yeah. Okay, so just before you do the application, can you see the mixture of the 1 to 2?
Yes, a little bit. Compare for this one.
Yeah, only a little bit more. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So everybody, bring your swatches, some tin foil, and apply.
Adto na dun sa taas. Nag-video ko. I-video na ko pa. Saka sa Stairway to Heaven. Charot lang din.
Hindi to mawala kung dito.
Ikaw balakat.
Hindi na pabalik na to. Hindi na to kalingkod dito.
Ito madilikuan.
Nakuha, wala niyo eh.
Sabi nga kung kuan. Ikaw na siyang bilhin.
Kato shopping to sa
Ate Nimpa, look. Nandito kami sa tabi ng work mo. Sa may Starbucks. Kasi mali yung bus na nasakyan namin. Buset!